The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They go play action. Cousins. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins rolling to his right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Sponge. No.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 27 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A give. This is Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake. Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And some room to roam now. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Those wide receiver screens like that, isn't that what they said they wanted to implement more in the game plan this week?
They certainly did because they felt like they had an advantage with their receivers out in open space. They thought they could make the first guy miss like a punt returner and then pick up nice blocking downfield.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Muhammad. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll run again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Davis. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Cousins to throw it. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. Let's see what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Muhammad. He's got room to run past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here, as the Falcons' defense yet again drops him behind the line. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Second and 10. Play action. Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chaz Surratt. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daniil Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. On first down, it's Patterson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Whip. Watch the whip. Guys. Hey, South. 21. Get up.
Now Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second and 6.
21. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. Bang it.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check the backer.
Here's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 31, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. To throw is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. To throw, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. picked off by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
On first down, Muhammad, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They're running it. 54. Check. 54. Let's make these babies cry.
Ryan. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Stop your line. Check. It's a safety creek.
To throw is Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. extra point by Koo, up and good. And a lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. And let's get that ball here, let's get that ball right here.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go again with Muhammad. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
On third down, Patterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Muhammad. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 81 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.